think I'm going to make me a little desktop closed terrarium. I think I got a little pickle jar I can clean up, and but first we're going to go outside in the backyard, see what we can find to put in the thing. We need some moss. I think I've got some potting soil a little bit, some other stuff. I got some rocks and stuff out there. Let me see if I can find like a cool rock. I think I've got some petrified wood I might could put in there. Let's just go outside and see what all we can find. Let's get busy. Okay, well, first thing I see here is some moss, and I'm gonna cut that stuff out of there. This is kind of a longer moss. I'm not sure what these mosses are called, but I'm not no botanist or whatever, but it's some kind of moss anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna cut that out of there, and we'll have some of that long. I'll put that toward the back of the terrarium part of it, because it's a little bit longer. And then yeah, we leave a little scar there in the ground, whatever. And then we're going to move. Oh, there's some more moss, and that's a little darker green. It's like really short moss. I see it all around the place, and so I thought I'll put that moss up front, in the front part of it. It's because it's shorter. I've never seen it get very tall, and so I'll put that up there. I don't know what to call these mosses or whatever, but. And then I was looking for like a plant of some sort. I was looking for a clover or something, and I found this, and I thought it was clover, but I actually looked it up later because I'm narrating this, and that's actually wood sorrel. That's what that's called. It looks real like clover. They say it's got more heart-shaped leaves, and I looked at that and I was like, yeah, these do have more heart-shaped leaves. But yeah, and then I found this cool rock just laying out there in the grass. I got a bunch of rock on where I kind of walkway, and I don't know. I think the mower may have swung out there. I'm not sure. But right now, what I'm doing is gonna check it for like bugs and crap, like big stuff. I want it to have some of the springtails in it. I don't know if this has any or not because it's so dry there. We get a lot of rain, but this was very dry, and so they can't live they have to be in moist conditions, so it may not have them. But I was mainly just looking to see if it had like any worms or something bigger, that would be in there, some kind of bug or whatever. But I didn't see nothing in any of it. But so yeah, I had that rock, and now this is what I'm gonna put it in, the pickle jar. Yeah, Mount Olive pickle jar, and it's not one of the little short ones. It's one of the little taller ones. And actually, I'm not sure what was in that thing. I'm pretty sure it was pickles of some sort. And now I've got some. This is just gravel. My aquarium. It was I've got black sand in my little aquarium now. But originally I had this. I tried the blue rock, which was gravel, and then it's kind of got a white sand. And I tried that once, and then I went with black sand. I like that black better. But so I had this stuff. And you don't have to use that. You can just use like small gravel around your house or whatever if you can find it. Now this is out of my aquarium too, and I thought about this because you're supposed to put some activated charcoal, mix it in with the dirt. It helps keep down on odor and hydrate. I don't know. It does a bunch of stuff. You can look it up. But anyway, but I got a mix of dirt here. I kind of had a mix of it's kind of like some clay type dirt, and which is good. And then this is just some potting soil I mix, so I mix it all together. And then I take this charcoal, and because I knew I wasn't having to mix a lot of it, I didn't need a lot of dirt, and so I thought this would be probably the perfect amount. So, and now I looked them up, and they run $9 or something for a 6-pack of these little filters. And you don't have to use these filters; you can buy charcoal if you want, but it's only like I was using, and also the reason I thought it was because you need to put a barrier between the rock and the dirt. So I thought, well, it's got that little filter in there. That would be perfect. You can use screen, or you can take plastic and just kind of poke holes in it. Anything between the plastic and the dirt, so the dirt doesn't get into the rock, and you just lay that down there. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm cutting out a piece of this. I just measured it with the bottom of the pickle jar, and it's basically 2 of them. I mean, it's like 2 layers of it, so you can actually do 2 of them if you wanted to, but with one of these filters. But I basically just put it. I thought it would be perfect because it's basically a filter. So, and now I'm putting that dirt, and you want to put at least an inch or so. I'm putting more like 1.5 inches or maybe closer to 2 inches, because I knew I was going to pack it down some and stuff. But now you come to the fun part where you get to decorate the thing, and you can do this with all kinds of stuff if you want. But I had that rock, and then I have some petrified wood, and so I started to try to put this petrified wood in there. And I was going to put 2 pieces in there. I had this taller one, but then I can't seem to get it up. I can't get it up, and I'm like, the friggin' farmers built the friggin' Stonehenge like 5,000 years ago, and Egyptians built the pyramids, but I can't seem to get a rock to stand up in this thing. Whatever, my little terrarium with my tweezers and whatever. That's what I'm using, their tweezers. So I just thought, yeah, that's kind of funny that I can't do that, but I suck. So anyway, but yeah, I've decided to just go with the run rock, because I didn't want to take up too much room, because I got very limited space in here. It's a miniature thing, So now I'm putting some of that short moss up front, along the front area of it, and I'm gonna take this longer moss, whatever kind that is. It's kind of a light, and there are 2 different colors too. That's what I like about it too. It's kind of a dark green for the short moss, and the other stuff you can see is kind of a lighter green. And I think it's moss. I mean, it may be something. It looks like moss. It grows right there with moss, so it may be something else. But you just look around your yard if you're trying to do this cheap, I actually figured this up after I got done with it, and I figured I had about $2. What was it? $2.23, and the jar was free. I mean, I originally had to buy the pickles, but I was just going to toss the jar. So we're using the jar and the petrified everything. But I basically found outside the petrified wood I've had for years. It's just stuff I've collected over the years. Just cool looking stuff or whatever. Found out in the woods or whatever. And so I was using some of that, and then the seashells. I don't even know where I got them things. I've got a little bag of different assorted seashells, and I know I didn't pay for them, but they come from somewhere. I don't know if I don't think I collect them. I think that somebody give them to me or something. I don't remember where they come from, but you don't have to use seashells. Like I said, you can put whatever you want in this thing. So yeah. So, but just what I'm figuring in there, I'm basically $2.23, because I wound up painting the lid on this thing, so I had a little bit of paint, and the potting soil was a bag I already had, but even that, you probably like 10 cents worth of potting soil or something, and the aquarium filter and stuff was $1.57 when I figured it up what it divides out to, and the aquarium gravel was basically nothing. Like I said. You don't have to use some of these things. You could just use gravel in your house, around your house or whatever on the bottom layer. But you do need to put a gravel layer, and then a filter, a screen, or something like that, and then put the dirt on top of that. Then you start, like I said, decorating, and you want to look up stuff that's will survive inside a closed terrarium, because this is going to be closed up. And oh yeah, this is I wanted to show this is some. It was from me and my son did this when he was probably 8 or 9 years old. He's 42 now, so we made this. It was like a science type stuff you could buy, and it's supposed to. It was like little rocks you put in there with certain type of chemical or whatever you put in it. It made all like these stalactite looking things. Originally it was clear and it was full of water or whatever that stuff was, but over the years it's, I guess, slowly evaporated out of the thing somehow. Because it was basically in some kind of pickle jar too, and but I just thought it looks. I still got it, and it still looks so cool, I think. And anyway, I thought I'd show it on here. But anyway, after you get all the stuff in there, then you want to water it, and it's best to water it with just some kind of spray bottle or something. Wet it down. You don't have to put a lot of water in it, because it's gonna. You can kind of check it, whatever, as you're watching it at the beginning before you like totally seal it up, and you may have to open it up every once in a while anyway, but. And what I was doing there, I was taking my tweezers with a napkin folded up and cleaning the inside of the jar. And this is after I'd done all that. It was like the next day, and I thought, I was outside, and I seen this little stick with the lichen on it, and I found some pieces of the lichen, and I thought, that would look cool in there too. So I decided to bring that in and put some of that in there. And then this is a
I started to paint this jar, and I was like, yeah, I was going to paint like a flower on it, and then I goes, what the heck am I thinking here? I don't paint flowers. I paint scenes, man. That's what I do. So I decided to paint me a little sky and some water area and some mountains and all that cool stuff. A little mountain scene, a little Bob Ross little scene on the top, you know. And that's what I'm doing here. And doing some mountains with the brush. You don't have to do this, you know. You can just spray paint a lid if you want, or just use the lid that says mountain, whatever it says on the Mount Olive is what this one had on it. But I didn't want to. I thought that was crappy, you know. So I thought I'm gonna paint something since I know how to do that. But I'm gonna paint a little scene on here, and so that's what I'm doing here. Is painting the mountains and trying to get them just right. And it was kind of hard to do this because I had the camera in the way and I couldn't really see what I was doing real good. That's the reason here in a minute I kind of give up on it because I needed to hold it up closer to my face so I could see what I was doing better. And so I kind of jumped forward here a little bit. And then I decided, well, I'm gonna put a tree. You know, old Bob Ross always had to put some trees, you know, out there in front and stuff. So I'm trying to put me a tree up front, and I was getting in it good, but then it was getting really hard to see what I was doing with putting the leaves. I was kind of screwing it up because I couldn't really see what I was doing because of the camera and all that stuff in the way. So here I kind of jumped forward too and just showed the finished product. And anyway, but yeah, I put it all on there, and you know, I got the little thing right here. It's looking really cool. I got it on my desk, and that's it. After I painted it and dried it, I put some flowers down the front, you know. And I thought it looked pretty cool. But here it is on my desk, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. And yeah, you can make that thing. Like I said, I did it for under $3, and you could, you know, probably do it pretty cheap like that too.